That's the crypt there?
That's the crypt.
All right, in all honesty, did somebody fart?
I just started smelling sulfur. And was
Yeah,
like, God
me
damn it.
too. I was like, did somebody fart or are there demons?
Welcome to Terra Nova. I'm Mike Hickey. This week, we are in Harbour Grace, and the episode's going to be a little bit different than usual. Now, we usually just frame up things with a ghost hunt, and then just cut in other interviews and feature segments. But the properties we got to ghost hunt in Harbour Grace were just too much. Most of this just lives at the Old Courthouse and Cathedral in Harbour Grace. And I'm here with Craig Flynn. Talk to me about all the property that you have here in Harbour Grace.
We started many years ago with the Immaculate Conception Cathedral. I've got a real passion for old buildings. The cathedral was a building that wasn't being used anymore. We had a great idea that we wanted to come up with some sort of destination outside of St. John's using these old buildings. Soon after we acquired this beautiful building that we're in here, the Old Courthouse, from the province, with the promise to restore it and make it open to the general public.
And this is the oldest public building in the province, isn't it?
In the province, in fact, was the oldest public building in use in Canada when it closed.
So really, it was only about 4 years that it was shut down since 1830.
Yes. One of the neat things about this building is actually the jailer's house next door is attached to the building. So the jailer used to live, not just the jailer, but the jailer's family in the same place that the prisoners were.
So this was also the jail, obviously, like this is the courtroom, but
Yep.
right outside is the courtyard, which was actually the prisoner's courtyard, right?
Absolutely. So that's the prisoner's yard where the prisoners would get their exercise and be able to hang out. And of course, that's actually the space where our oldest resident is, Mr. Peter Downing.
Yes,
is actually somewhere.
Speaking of hanging out, Peter Downing was a convicted murderer who was hung up on Gibbet Hill for, someone told me, 4 months.
4 months, absolutely.
And then was interred in this prisoner yard just outside the window here. But we
Absolutely.
don't actually, it's unmarked, so we don't actually know
We
where in the
actually
yard.
don't know where he is out there. When the sealers came back from out sealing, they just realized that he'd been up there for 4 months. This gang of them got together, went up, cut him down, put his remains into a barrel, and then dumped it on the front doorstep of the magistrate's house. And the magistrate, of course, came out and basically said he'd have them all hung if they didn't get rid of the body. And they said, well, what should we do with the body? And basically his response was, he needs to be put in behind the walls for the rest of his eternity. Welcome to courtroom number 2. So this is our little speakeasy. This used to be the summary court room. So say if you come in for drunken disorderly conduct, they kind of summarize, you go in, they throw you in jail. And you're standing right now in the original witness stand from 1830, hand-carved. There's been many murderers and convicts and witnesses, you know, with their hands exactly like you had them. So this is the original door. Listen to that. I mean, that is you're behind.
Yeah.
Just the whole.
Let's take
And you
a
can
look.
just feel the weight in that door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That has some heft. And so, yeah, like you
so
said,
can
these
see,
are
the cells.
small rooms.
Yeah, and we've got the original, all the original hardware. I'm just gonna give you a little bit.
That kind of tracks. Obviously, a place like this has so much history. Have you gotten any kind of weird stories about the place?
Not really from a customer point of view. Staff, when they're cleaning up, again, some of the girls will think they heard or saw something, or again, a jail cell that a door was open on and all of a sudden closed.
They're heavy doors. They're not
Yeah.
just blowing
No,
in the
no, no.
wind, right?
Exactly, exactly.
For anybody who's got any kind of interest in this history, beyond just being a beautiful building and a great restaurant, the food smells incredible. I'm sure the beer tastes just as good. Besides having that as just a destination as this restaurant, having it have all this history and kind of be this repurposed courthouse jail, it's certainly something that could be a real nice, interesting little road trip for somebody, especially out of town, or if you're in the area anywhere along along the back of Lou.
Harbour Grace is a great area, period. But to get in and actually experience the buildings, that's one of the big things, because there's a lot of old buildings, but not all of them are accessible to the public,
Right.
to the general public, especially like the jail cells or a prisoner yard or stuff like that. And,
Very few places can you dine in a repurposed jail cell.
Yeah, especially one from the 1830s, right? So that's what gives it that extra feel. I mean, it's about feeling and touching actual history.
Yeah,
you know?
it's certainly tangible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I know we want to get over and look at the cathedral as well. So
All right,
let's pop over.
Let's head over there. Welcome to Immaculate Conception Cathedral, built 1892. Now, the original church started in 1835. Took about 35 years to build. And then that burnt down. They rebuilt this beautiful building. Of course, the spires are two of the main features there. They're over 160 feet tall. So we've been 6 years on this building. A lot of masonry work, a lot of structural work throughout the building. So it's been quite a feat. Come on in and we'll show you the inside.
Let's go. Just an incredible space.
We're still under construction here right now. We're actually getting ready for paint, which is exciting. It's actually a miniature of the main hall of Notre Dame. Of course, we have very elaborate windows. I mean, each one of those is an individual piece of glass.
So each diamond is
an individual piece of glass. Figure there's about 2,500 pieces of glass in the building. So this is where most of the restoration work took place, was in this area here. So that's going to be actually where the distillery is going up there.
Oh, cool. All right.
This is going to be the restaurant, and the name of the restaurant is called The Confessional.
When you show up, do you have to say how long it's been since the last time you dined here?
The last time you've been here, that's a good one. I think my favorite thing that I've ever found in all the restorations that I've ever done is located right here.
Is
this is our man in the wall. We're not exactly sure what saint it is. We do know it was here in the original church from the 1830s because we could tell by the eyes how there's no pupils in the eyes.
Right.
That would have been the style back in the 1830s. In behind that altar was a hollow, and that's where that head was. Once we moved the altar, he appeared and gave us a good fright.
The theory is that it was damaged during the fire.
During the fire.
But they did, and while they didn't want to remove it or whatever, they also didn't want to display a damaged or compromised image of a saint, so they just hid it.
Just hid it.
Okay.
I've got something really interesting to show you here. Mr. John Conway, from back in 1892, he was obviously one of the plasterers.
And then the spa is going to be downstairs.
Down in the basement. And this is the original structure dating back to the 1830s. It's actually recorded where an occupational health and safety officer was down here just inspecting the building. And that's when we had the
He heard footsteps up above.
And we weren't in the building. We were all outside on lunch. They came out and thought that someone was here messing with them. So he came back down and looked again, and the footprint steps happened the second time. This time he actually recorded it on his phone. It's not just a regular walking of feet. It's a tug, like almost like a processional. The big feature about down here is where the crypt was. And this is the feature that you'll certainly be interested in. Well, we got the crypt up there where the family was built. So there's 5 people
And that was like
in that crypt.
the patron who paid for a lot of the...
He's the main architect, which back in those times was also responsible for raising the money. So him and his family were buried up there. Interesting enough, we're not really sure on why all 5 of them were buried there together. All the coffins seem to indicate it was around the same time. The original bishop was just buried just behind me over here.
Right, so that's...
He's buried underneath the altar. So again, every time I come down here, if I'm on my own, the hair on your neck kind of stands up.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
A little bit. Yeah.
Definitely. This is going to be a lot of fun. It is now night. We are going to do some ghost hunting.
I'm terrified.
I'm a little spooked. I should note, while this is episode 4, TV shows generally shoot out of order. This was actually the first ghost hunt we shot, so we have even less of an idea what we're doing than usual. I know, we deliberately kept you out of the cathedral today, so that when you come into it now, it's going to be something extra.
It's going to be too much.
I know.
Let's get possessed by demons. Take me, I'm ready.
Would you shut up?
We're going to the crypt.
This is it.
Yeah?
This is this small.
Okay, yeah. Oh, right. Okay.
It's so small that I don't think it's worth setting this up in here.
Okay.
I think it's fine to point it towards here.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any virtue.
All right, yeah, let's point it towards it.
Did you want to go closer and have a look once I get out of the way?
Yeah.
Because you haven't been down there yet.
No, I definitely want to. I'm in a crypt. So, like, okay, this is a crypt.
Yeah.
There were dead bodies in
A
here?
family of 5.
A full family of 5 people in here. This is spooky.
Yeah, so we're gonna get out of here and we'll set up, like we said, we'll set up the camera maybe back that way so that we get the bit of height and we can shoot down through into here. So we'll set it up back like there.
Yeah.
All right, Buddha, here we go.
Not ready. Oh, God.
Here we go, buddy.
This is a horrible idea. All right, let's walk down here, because earlier when we came in here,
I saw you do a double take. So
you
what was that
seen
at?
that?
What was that double take
It
about?
was over there in that little window, man.
Which window?
Like in that little window in
Oh,
right there.
like in underneath the thing?
Yeah. Did you see something?
No, I saw something up in the window of the steeple earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
There was.
Look at just how much hotter Wes is than the rest of the boys. While that may seem like a compliment, you just need to know Wes kind of runs hot and is a very sweaty guy, and the thermal imaging camera backed it up, and as someone who's worked with him for a very long time, that's hilarious.
Dude, what?
What?
The cat balls were going off.
What?
The cat balls were just going
Yeah,
off.
because the boys walked through, someone definitely just knocked one of them.
I think it was ghosts.
Was it the ones back there, or was it the one
I don't
right
know.
there?
I just caught the tail end of it because I seen a flashing light and whoa, what is that?
That is just like us. As we move, it's just catching our reflection. Yeah, that's all it is. It's you.
But what am I doing? What? Oh, my fucking flashlight's on.
Your flashlight's on and it's flashing. It's strobing. So, for right now, we're just gonna continue on this way. So earlier, we were talking to Craig about the history of this place.
Yeah.
But someone else who knows a lot about the history of Harbour Grace and the area is Pat Collins. Pat does the Heritage Haunted Walk in the fall.
Right.
He's written a bunch of like historical fiction, true crime novels based on stuff around here. If anybody knows about things in this area, it's Pat.
It's
So
Pat.
I had a chance to catch up with Pat and talk to him at Ridley Hall about a few different things in the area. And so while we wander around a little bit, let's show everybody at home my chat with Pat.
Okay, sounds good to me.
All right, let's go home.
Let's go anywhere but here.
We are standing outside Ridley Hall here on Water Street in Harbour Grace, and I'm joined by Pat Collins. And Pat is an author and historian and just a guy that you want to talk to when you're out around this way. So Pat, let's start, I guess, by telling us a little bit about where we are right now.
Well, it was built in 1836. It was built by the famous Thomas Ridley. He was a magistrate, merchant here. He built this place, and it was really the center of social attraction for this town.
When did this happen to the building?
Some kids got in one night about 30 years ago and accidentally burned it. So 2 teenagers burned it down, and we lost an heirloom, really, in this town.
Honestly, for our purposes with the spooky stuff, this is kind of, I don't mind it. Like, the ruins are actually kind of cool. and
Well, that's
interesting to
right.
see.
We're talking about getting the town is moving towards making it a ruins, a kind of a park area. I like that because to actually renovate, restore this place, you're looking at millions of dollars. So the real,
Whereas to just kind of accept it as the ruins.
Absolutely.
And you were telling me a little bit about a mound ghost.
Thomas Ridley, of course, was not well liked during 1832. There was a major.
Find me a magistrate or merchant that was well liked.
1832 was a major sealing strike here. Thousands of sealers were on strike, and he was the only merchant that held out, not giving cash to the sealers. During the night, Mrs. Ridley was awakened to the sound of boards creaking and so on, and she awakened her husband. Thomas and her went downstairs to the lower floor, and when they looked on the lower basement floor, the mound was a mound rising up from the floor. The boards were coming up,
Like buckling
creeping,
and-
buckling up,
Okay.
expanding. The Ridleys decided they would close off the basement, so they completely shut off the basement, and they say they never ever ventured down to the basement again.
Obviously, you're very well versed in the history of the area, and I know that kind of plays into your work as an author. And so you tend to write historical fiction that is anchored around local true crime stories.
Yeah, I take true events and I do a historical fictional approach to that. So if I find a story that's that captures my attention or moves me in any way, I'll put it to paper.
In the fall, as we're coming up on Halloween, you guys also do a haunted heritage walk here in Harbour Grace.
See, this town, as you know, Mike, has a great history of not just morbid history, but a really good history, solid history. So we take those stories, we walk through the town. I become the undertaker, an undertaker that died many years ago, and I invoke those spirits to come out of the houses, such as Thomas Ridley and John Maughan and Amelia Earhart, and then they challenge me on what I'm saying.
There's so much going on here. And so if anybody does want to come and check out all the incredible history around Harbour Grace, I highly recommend it. And keep an eye out for the Haunted Heritage Walk, which of course will run again this spooky season. And you'll get to learn all about Harbour Grace. Thank you so much, Pat. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Mike.
It was good to see you.
Good to see you.
And we'll talk soon.
You're welcome.
All right, have a good one. Clear path of any Newfoundland renovation is the types of different eras of Pepsi cans and bottles you find in the walls, and there's a whole bunch up there.
I think we got a Mountain Dew. No, it's a Canada Dry.
That's Canada Dry.
Oh,
There's a Dominion Ale Stubby. There's Old Milwaukee. So the Old Milwaukee was probably from the 80s during the beer strike, right? Because that's like the only time you can get Old Milwaukee in Newfoundland.
Yeah.
You got your EMF going, hey?
Oh, yeah.
There's not much activity there, and the time is definitely wrong, but it's showing like a much cooler.
Are we stalling for time?
No.
Because we're afraid to go down
I
there.
think it's more so, I don't think we're stalling for time as much as we're stalling. Stop.
Do you hear moaning?
I hear something.
No, I don't like that. Hey, maybe we shouldn't be down here. Oh, God, I really don't think we should be down here. Look.
I'm gonna do something real stupid. What I'm holding in my hands is called a spirit box, and this is a way for us to communicate. Are you with us?
If you're with us, give us a sign. All right, let's go, guys. We got it. That's everything. We got everything, right?
So this has been, I think, eventful. So I think what we do is let everybody at home, we could look at another one of the interview feature parts, and we'll go change underwear. Yeah, maybe do that. And we should probably get ready and head over to the Old Courthouse now.
Yeah.
I am with Marina McDonald Totino, and actually I'm not with Marina. She's in Montreal and I am in St. John's. Through the magic of the internet, it looks as though we are having a conversation next to each other. Your stuff is incredible. I came across it on TikTok, I think, like earlier this year. You started talking about the rec house in the video, and I was just like, hang on now. And it sent me on a little bit of a deep dive. What's your connection to the rec house?
My family is from Conroy Valley. That's where my mother was born. And I have a lot of family down there, so that whenever we'd go there, we'd have to pass through the rec house. I just loved the concept of having something exist there that could never possibly exist there. And why not add a movie screen that would obviously blow away?
With regard to like that, how do you refer to the pieces that you create?
I would call it a diorama.
So for that rec house diorama, like how long did that take you?
So I started building it in December, and I finished everything with filming and editing and all that in, I think, April.
The current project you're working on that keeps kind of popping up in my TikTok feed these days, what would be best described as a Nan's kitchen?
I love all things spooky. I love surrealism, and I especially love the late 20th century. Everything that happened or that existed before cell phones, before social media, and just, I don't know, life just felt so much warmer, so much more colorful back then. And I love the feeling of nostalgia and the feeling of places that once existed that will never exist again. So I love recreating places like that, or essentially coming up with places like that. And it's so funny because I had no idea that the kitchen that I'm making now would have had the reception that it's had. Like it has like 1.7 million views on that kitchen, and I'm so happy that it's reaching that many people and that other people feel like or understand what I was going for. Understand that cozy feeling that we all kind of miss from our childhoods because we grew up, we're adults now, we all have these responsibilities and we're experiencing life, so much differently now. We wish we can go back, but
Like, I've been struggling with nostalgia lately because I feel like to some degree, like, nostalgia can be a little dangerous.
it's very
But
dangerous.
there is something about, I really feel like a lot of things started really going downhill. Major manufacturers stopped making olive and avocado appliances. That's really the turning point of the last.
When we got
Whenever
rid
it's
of
like, oh,
colors,
stainless steel, it's like, I know, but like avocado.
Peter Downing, are you still here?
We are looking to communicate with Peter Downing. We were told.
Me.
Is that what that said?
Yeah. Peter, are you with us right now? Peter, were you framed for the crimes you were punished for?
We are told you are buried in this prison yard, but we don't know where. I am going to take my flashlight and I'm going to shine it around the yard. And if you could let us know when we get close to where you are buried. Is this it, Peter?
That's me.
Is that what that just
It
said?
sounded like it. Ho-
I also just, not for nothing, I absolutely have my hairs on end.
The
Can you see?
chills? Yeah,
I
buddy.
have goosebumps.
Yeah.
Like I just got a chill, like and not just like a, I just absolutely just like had a cold chill just as I got to this spot. That ball moved.
The ball moved.
As
like,
we pointed
You've
and moved in
seen
here.
that.
So Peter, are we accurate in saying that it's around?
Get away with
Buddha, do you want to keep shining the light right there?
it. Yeah. Hate it.
I'm gonna change the mode on this. I'm gonna change the mode on this to AM just to switch the frequency so it's a different. I think he's more of a rock and roll kind of guy.
He's a rock and
He
roller.
doesn't seem to dig the AM radio the same way.
Well, I think we got some pretty crazy stuff with that.
I think that whole
ball.
thing was kind of intense.
And that, yeah.
I got a cold chill. That moved and that went nuts over the spot. So I think it's pretty clear that like Harbour Grace is an incredible spot with some incredible history. A lot of fun, great old buildings and places. There's prisons where you can come and have a really great meal
Yeah.
in this old jail and courthouse and take it all in.
I got to go home and change my pants. I know that.
Yeah.